Alright, so what is good, everybody? This is, of course, your boy B, Bullet RC, coming at you guys again with yet... And yes, the weekend is almost over. I'm on time today, and you already know what that means. It is time to get into this week's Heat or Hype, where we get into the latest sneaker releases, sneaker rumors, or anything I want to talk about in the sneaker or streetwear world. That is what we do here today. And remember, if I don't talk about a shoe, either I forgot about it, didn't edit it in, or it was just that basura. That I did not want to expose you to it, but this week, of course, you know, the Big B, the World Heavyweight Basura Champion, is in the building. And it's not just them, they got a friend, and I think this time, the friend kind of pulled up looking a lot worse than them. And of course, it's me. I'm gonna expose you to it. Listen, make sure you drop a like on this vid, sub up if you haven't already, and finesse the bell as well. And let's not waste any more time. Intro is over. Let's get into this week's Heat or Hype. Alright, so release reminders up first. We got the Air Jordan 1 Low UNC dropping on September 28th. That is Wednesday. Retail on these is going to be $140. And I don't have much to say about these ones. It's a solid pair of Jordan 1 Lows, white, black, UNC blue. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Just a overall pretty solid colorway. UNC name thrown on top. It'll do what it needs to do. On Saturday, October 1st, we also got this black canvas pair of Air Jordan 4s. I looked these ones up and was kind of surprised. Resale right now, a week out, is kind of high 2s to low 3s. Now these are going to retail at $210, but that was a lot higher than I expected for some random Air Jordan 4. It is getting into the fall time. All black 4s definitely will work with that. And the Jordan 4, y'all know, is just super popular right now. So the price for these definitely surprised me. We'll see how low they get towards the actual release and after once people get their pairs in hand. So yeah, right now it's well, I mean, I'm not really looking to cop them, so it is definitely way too high for me. But of course, I hope y'all can get that retail dub. If not, that delayed dub. We also got official images of this Team Orange Nike Airship. Now, we know the Ama Maniere joints dropped, and I've seen the prices. The resale price for the Ama Maniere when they first came out, I want to say there was, I feel like 700 plus, 800 plus. I don't know in what world you would spend that much money on this shoe, but hey, there is history behind the Airship. It was basically the Jordan 1 before the Jordan 1. But would I be spending 500 or 400 plus, 300 plus, 200 plus maybe on an Airship? Probably not. But I understand. 300, I understand. 800, you can miss me with the 8 for these. Let me be more specific. You can miss me for 8 for the Ama Maniere joint. But those who do like this shoe, hey, hope again, y'all can get that retailed up. Of course, there's got to be some NB news, and we have, well, some big NB news as well, and some big Jordan news as far as retros go later on. But first up, let's get to this Tokyo Dimension New Balance 1906 R. Now this right here is actually an Atmos collab, and there is no release date on these just yet, but the inspiration behind this is like the Tokyo skyline, obviously just Tokyo City in general. I believe one of the detail hits that was explained was like the reflective on the end being like the reflections of the city lights and the street lights off the glass window panes of the big buildings, the skyscrapers, all relating back to that Tokyo Dimension name. So yeah, these should be dropping sometime later on this year in 2022. Another bit of news we got this week, the Yeezy 700 MNV, and I call them the minivans. They are going to be releasing in a laceless version, and I'm pretty sure we've seen this before as far as like samples of this laceless 700. And it's interesting that Kanye, and I think he's mentioned it before, is kind of going, or Ye, is going towards like ease of use, laceless, no lace on the shoe. That seems to be his thing, while other companies that kind of possibly could be copying his design are now putting the laces on stuff like a Yeezy Foam Runner. Think of the Addy Foam Q. It's a spicy foam runner with now a boot and laces on it. Seems like Ye is no lace gang. Everyone else is, bruh, just do what Kanye's doing, but put some laces on them joints. And y'all already know how I feel about this version of 700. It's not even comparable to the OG, but you know, it is what it is. Now, I also saw these Babeses on Sneaker News. Now, this is the Corchsta High. As soon as you see it, it's just like the Air Jordan 1. Same way as the Babesta is like the Air Force 1. I'm very 50-50 on this one, maybe a little bit hypocritical, because at first I was just kind of like, it's obviously an Air Jordan 1 and it's obviously shadows. If some of y'all remember, we had the, was it SLP or was it Saint Laurent, or someone had that Jordan 1 looking luxury shoe and even copied the colors, black and red, black and white, black and blue, but it was a little bit elevated, a little bit more dressed up, and of course, the materials are better. As far as this Bape Quartz, the materials on the shoe don't really look good. So instead of taking that luxury feel and saying, yo, let's take the one, but make it luxe, these seem to be taking the one and making it worse. I don't know. These just, they don't even compare to a regular Bape stuff. I don't know. These right here were just kind of throwing me off, but when I don't talk about Bapes, people are like, yo, why don't you ever talk about Bapes? So there's one Bape shoe. We also got some Nike SB news as well. I think this news comes from Brendan Dunn, so salutes to him. And this is Jarritos. I can't roll the R, so it's gonna sound real bad. Jarritos, let's go with that. Nike SB Dunk Low should be dropping at some point, I would assume next year. No leaked photos, very, very new, fresh leak. And right here is just mock-up. Could look like this, might not look like this, no one knows yet, but it is in the works. More than likely we'll see these next year. On September 29th, we're actually gonna get an exclusive release of this new refined future pack from NB. Now, I believe that these shoes have released overseas, but in the US, we have not gotten that, well, US release yet. And as of right now, Extra Butter is gonna have the first release, again, only 29th, and you probably should check their IG or their site today, because I think I got an email saying that today was the last day to enter for a raffle or something to that nature. So if you like any of these 2002R joints, Protection Pack, Refined Future, same thing, definitely check out Extra Butter. Now, I was paying attention to my email this week, and they actually sent an email out with early access to all 3 pairs and some Extra Butter apparel that they dropped. So salute to Extra Butter. I already got the pair that I wanted out of these 3. I was paying attention to my email and I already hit. Now, if you do not get them from Extra Butter, don't worry. I'm assuming that there will be a later, wider release date, but Extra Butter seems to be the first ones with them. In some more collab news, we actually got Ambush back once again with Nike, and they have an Air Force 1 low on the way. Now, right here you see there's a black and white and a white and black, and these colorways work. They're cool, but the best colorway to me is the red, black, and white joints that you can see right here. You can only see the back of the shoe. Carrying over some of those same details from some of the past Ambush releases. On Sneaker News, they called it the tailpipe swoosh. So I'll call it that, sure. This tailpipe swoosh is on these as well. I did really like that blue pair of Ambush Dunks that dropped last year, and this year, hopefully that red pair of Air Force 1 lows drop. I might end up copping those, but no release date on these just yet. We did get some Jordan leaks this week, of course, slight bars, and this first one is this light olive Air Jordan 9. Now, we do have these photos right here, and whoever got these photos did take out the time to cut them out and black out the entire background. So this is why I'll say this is what the shoe should look like. It is an olive Jordan 9, but instead of the regular olive color blocking, it seems to have purple and blue. Why? I don't know. But it is the 30th anniversary of the Air Jordan 9 next year in 2023. Again, these should be dropping on January 7th. And all I have to say when I see these is, bruh, why not just drop the regular olives? Now, who's to say that they won't drop next year? But, you know, the purple and blue is fine, I guess, but just drop the regular olive. The last time the olive 9s dropped was back in 2012. It's been a whole decade since the olives have dropped. It's okay, y'all can drop them again. Breaking news, who would have guessed it, for the NPCs out there? On October 14th, the Panda Dunk Low will be returning in full family sizing, okay? Panda slander over. I will say this, for anybody talking ish about the pandas, including me, Nike is doing with this panda what usually people ask for. Oh no, the shoe sold out. I really wish Nike would restock. That is what they are doing. Now they restocking 20 times. People like, pandas again? Pandas? Come on, pandas? I'm not above it. I probably have my hypocritical takes here and there. Just saying, be careful with what you're saying about these shoes. Y'all want the restocks, they do the restocking. Now y'all saying, man, don't nobody want them shits. We also got this Air Jordan 5 Gore-Tex joint on the way. And I like these. I think these are solid. Of course, it being Gore-Tex is going to be a weather-resistant shoe. And one detail I did want to note is that if you look at the outsole as well as like the rubber mesh paneling on the outside, it's kind of pre-yellow. It's pretty cool to see because I'm not the biggest fan of the blue rubber, blue netting, or blue sole. I'd rather just be clear. These being a Gore-Tex 5, they're assuming that you're gonna wear these in dirt, rain, whatever. Or at least they're assuming that it can withstand that. So just going ahead and yellowing out the sole and the stuff that's gonna turn yellow already, it's cool. I like it. I even like the Gore-Tex embroidered at the back. cool. Now this week we also got to look at this unreleased sample. Blam, y'all see right here. This is of course the Nike Air Morph Tempo, and it does say Wilson. Why does it say Wilson? Because Wilson Smith was the creator of, or the designer of, the Air Morph Tempo. So Blam, y'all see him right here. And I even saw on Sneaker News that there was a couple pairs on eBay that people were claiming came from random Nike outlets, and them joints is 1,000 and up. Super, super cool sample to see. They popped up, so hey, there y'all go. Last week, I did have someone ask me about the Nike LeBron 20. So Blam, here you go. I know I replied to you as well, but hey, here we go, live video form. I am not a big fan of the Nike LeBron 20. In my opinion, this shoe looks like any other generic Nike basketball branded sneaker. Maybe I see these in person and it changes my mind, but this is the last thing I think of when I think about a LeBron sneaker. But I will say it is cool to see him switching to a low top. That is an interesting choice. Another NB collab for this week is the Palace New Balance 580. Now these have already dropped on Palace's website, but they will be dropping again on September 30th. Retail on these is $160 and they're dropping on newbalance.com, New Balance's actual site. As y'all can see, you get two colorways, one that's purple, green, gray, and blue, as well as a gray and more teal type colorway. And this collab is reintroducing the model, the New Balance 580. Y'all know what that means, a collab on a shoe that has not dropped in a while. The OG colorways, regular colorways are definitely on, well, the way. These ones definitely seem to be flying a little bit under the radar right now. Another release I actually forgot this time, and it is an SB on October 1st. That is Saturday, retail $120. We have these joints right here, which is the Dodgers Dunk Low. It's just a clean, simple colorway. I wish they would have done that same kind of gum hit, the pink gum hit on the gum outsole. That was a nice detail. Definitely a simple colorway, but a good one nonetheless. And since it's just called the Dodgers in general, these ones probably will be selling out. We also had another SB. Now this one is a collab with Fly Streetwear. They are based out of China, and these shouldn't be dropping until 2023. Now this picture right here is just a mock-up, but it is a very specific mock-up with very specific details on it. As of right now, these will for sure be dropping in skate shops in Shanghai, China. As far as a global release date, don't know that one just yet. This week, we also got official images of this Shelf Life Air Jordan 2. Now, Shelf Life is a South African boutique, and this is their Air Jordan 2 that should be dropping sometime holiday season 2022. That is later this year. And these are very, very simple and clean, but it does seem like they have some good materials on them. Very, very shaggy suede on the upper. Of course, you got your leather. Seems like some type of animal print also on the upper. And in general, it's a orange and white or orange and kind of cream shoe. It's simple, it's clean, and I'm definitely not mad at these. On September 27th, we actually have a good Nike Dunk Low colorway. I know, it might sound a little crazy for me to say, but I don't think this one is a BS colorway at all. I do like these a lot, and that is Blam, these joints right here, which is this Magma Orange Dunk Low. Now, as of right now, these could be only a women's exclusive release, and if they are, cool. If they aren't, maybe I'd go for these. On the upper, y'all can see it's all over orange, but it almost has like this spray paint, like this over spray kind of look on the shoe, and I like it. It is something a little bit more unique than just a different colorway on the dunk. You ask me, I say it's a good pair. Jumping back into some NB news, we got two Made in USA Teddy Santis pairs, and we have a 990 V2 as well as a 990 V3. The V2 on the top, you can see more of that cream or tan and olive hues. Nice materials on this 990 V2, and then you jump to the V3. I definitely like this V3. Kind of reminds me of that white and cream V3 that, well, I actually did cop this pair. It's white, cream, blue. Solid colorway. I don't really think you could go wrong with either pair, but if you ask me which one I would grab first, it would probably be the 990 V3 on the bottom. That V2 though, the olive with the cream, perfect fall shoe. We also got news of a new release date for the Canyon Purple Air Jordan 4. I really like this shoe. I'm gonna let you know right now that early heat vid is gonna be on the way very soon. The suede on these is insane. I've seen it in person. And the new release date on this shoe, at first it got moved back to December, now should be October 15th. So of course, when you see that next early heat video, and if you have not been watching the videos, bruh, the video's been dropping. Make sure you go peep the one from yesterday. And if you missed the one before that, go peep that one as well. But yes, the Canyon Purple 4 is releasing in women's sizing, but extended women's sizing. So basically, you know, most sizes. Should be dropping on October 15th. In my opinion, this is a cop. Okay, it is time to get into this week's official Basuda of the week, and I told you the big B's is in the building. No, not the triple B, the big B. Balenciaga is back. The world heavyweight Basuda champion. Well, as of recently, they've had some heavy contenders, and well, I guess when we see Bacardi Bull and later this year, we'll have an update for you on whether they still hold the title. But this week, we have these joints right here. The Balenciaga men's lace-up HD sneaker. Now, these are gonna cost you a cool, what, Bull, probably like $400, right? No. Well, they probably like $500, right? No. $695 off the hip. Your hip, they're taking a piece off the hip for these joints right here. Hey, listen, everybody making the clog shoes, make sure y'all say thank you to Ye. Now, as I mentioned before, as y'all see, they're doing the clog shoe, but they're throwing the laces on them. Now, when I see these Balenciagas, I don't know if I'm looking at a military tactical Humvee type vehicle or if I am looking at a Balenciaga piece of Basuda. Now, I want y'all to look at the top down, bland. This is what the shoe looks like when you're looking down at your feet. And I just don't know if I don't look down at my feet and see that. Remember, I'm size 12 yacht gang. I think there's a 46 or 45, I think 46. Imagine a size 46 and these big ass shits on my feet. I'm gonna be out here looking insane. So Balenci with the Humvee 15s, that's number one. Now for number two, we got Gucci. Yeah, Gucci is in the building this week, and for $1,790, you can look like you don't know if you're going to brunch, if you're going to the gym to go box, or if you're about to go bowl at the bowling rink. Right here, y'all see him. Blam! This right here is called the Adidas and Gucci men's boot. That's the name. Not even anything cool, unique. This is just the men's boot. Now for $1,790, I can tell you 1,790 different things I can spend $1,790 on before I buy these shits right here. If you pull up to me with these joints on right here, I'm assuming that I'm about to have to fight for my life, because you wearing these means you have no care for yours. Okay, that might have been a little mean. Maybe. Now, if you thought that the brown ones was bad, don't worry. I mean, they got the black too, just in case. Or you could get the white, green, and red joints. Of course, Gucci colors. Easy, $1,790, who wouldn't? Y'all let me know what's worse though. Balenci Humvees, are they worse? Or then we switch back to Gucci, the men's boots, okay? The Rocky Balboas. The who do you think you are, I am Gucci men's boots. You let me know. But for right now, can we go ahead and get these shits off my screen, please? Thank you. So we can go ahead and get back to the heat, bro. Next up, we got a Nike collab. This time it is Social Sass and Nike on the Air Penny 2. This is the Playground colorway, and these will be dropping on the 30th. That is Friday at 11 a.m. EST. If you want more info on these, of course, follow Social Status. And these are solid. Now, I only think that the black pair is releasing, but there is a white pair as well. Not sure if that's just a sample. Not sure if that colorway is going to release a little bit later, but either one, solid. The materials, the colorway, it's just a solid looking shoe. And this might be one of those times where someone possibly could have seen me talking about a Social Status shoe because, let's just say a DM hit. They could show up, they might not show up. Either way, I will be going for these again on the 30th. That is this Friday, 11 a.m. EST. Next up, we got more collab news, but this time it is Joe Fresh Goods and New Balance on the 993 on this performance art collection. Now, there are 3 colorways, and these colorways seem to be very reminiscent of the past New Balance collab that he did. It's a JFG NB. It will be selling out. No release date just yet, but these will be on the way soon. We also got another collab restocking, should be on September 29th, and this is the Tom Sachs general purpose shoe and this dark sulfur colorway, basically the gold joints. Those are restocking, and I have seen the shoe in person and it didn't really wow me, but one of my homies actually has a pair of the original colorway, and I've seen them on feet, and you know, it's not bad. It's a cool, just way more affordable and actually restocking version of something like the old Mars Yard shoes. These last few weeks, there has been so much Travis Scott sneaker news, it's crazy, and we have another one but there is a twist. This time, this is going to be the last one. And this info comes via Mr. Unloved Ones, another member of the Sneaker News Illuminati, the knowers. And this shoe was actually seen on Travis's feet. Blam, you see him right here. Very, very similar color blocking to the dark mocha, but this time with black mid panels, black on the toe, as well as that big olive green swoosh. It's a good colorway. I think these are better than just the black and white or black and cream joints, the supposed women's colorway dropping. But yeah, this should be the last Air Jordan 1 for the foreseeable future coming from Trav and JB. I think the switch up is a good idea. Now, another one that popped up, a Jordan 1 that I actually had, but this time is releasing as a high 85. The black and white OG joints is on the way. And let me clarify that this is a rumor. Mock-up, could have been, could not have been, leaks, y'all know how we do. That's the news right now. These should be returning in February of 2023, and I would say this is a for sure cop. But this black and white pair, I had the last one that retroed, and I did eventually sell it because I had so many other red, black, and white. This black and white Jordan 1s that would never just wear the black and white pair, but if I can secure it in high 85, I don't think I would let that one go. But y'all let me know, did y'all cop anything this week? What are y'all looking forward to? And what was the worst Basuda, bro? Is it Balenci or Gucci holding the title this week? Make sure you drop a like on this vid, sub up if you haven't already, and finesse the bell as well. So many new videos on the channel right now. Make sure you peep it. Every time I post new videos, someone says, oh, you're back from dead. I'm like, bro, I've been posting heavy the last week. Make sure you hit that bell to get notified, and I will see y'all on the next one. Much love. Of course, you follow me everywhere at BulletRC. Time for me to go edit. I'm out of here. Peace.
This money can make a knot, how not? How more, I just still not. After 12, we hit the gate and flood the spot. 6 of them a clock. No ice, this ice, it's burning.